We have seen those protests of truckers in Canada blocking bridges and roads. Now a warning from the Department of Homeland Security that the same thing could happen in major cities here in the U.S. this weekend. Right now there's online chatter, but there are proposed dates. Now that includes this Sunday, February 13th, to coincide with Super Bowl Sunday. The convoy would then travel cross country to be in D.C. for President Biden's State of the Union address. Chris Sadeghi reports.
The impacts of the Canadian trucker protest have already reached across the border, and now there are warnings that similar protests could happen here in the United States. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton announced an investigation into GoFundMe for potential deceptive trade practices after the fundraising website disabled online donations to a fund that had raised more than $10 million for the truckers. GoFundMe released a statement saying they support peaceful protest, but disabled the donations when the Canadian protests became violent with unlawful activity. Paxton said the investigation is to ensure Texans know where their money's going. These protests began a few weeks ago in the Canadian capital of Ottawa against the country's COVID-19 measures and mandates, but now it's spread outside the city, and some of the truckers are now partially blocking the Ambassador Bridge from Detroit to Windsor, one of the busiest bridges used for trade between the two countries, and that's causing a bottleneck at other border bridges.
As of this morning, our company had 27 or more trucks stuck on this side of the border from yesterday. So we have customers that aren't getting their loads, and they're wondering why.
And the Department of Homeland Security is warning law enforcement in the United States they have been tracking reports that similar protests could happen in American cities, disrupting major roadways, including one report that says the Super Bowl this Sunday in Los Angeles could see disruptions.